Good morning, everyone. This is Tim Wilmot speaking from Wizard Systems. Thanks for joining me today for this presentation to show you the capabilities of Workbooks CRM, what areas of your business it can address, and how my company, Wizard Systems, can help you with your CRM project. Now, we run these short presentations normally most weeks focusing on different aspects of Workbooks and CRM. And today we're going to look more closely at how easy it is to create sales quotes from the system. Now, this call will be about 30 minutes or so in duration. It's just a basic session. Everyone uses CRM in different ways. Everyone's got different requirements. I wouldn't have enough time this morning to go over all of the extensive capabilities. So after this session, if you want to explore Workbooks in more detail, if we haven't done so already, we'd love to organize more of a one-to-one session with you, which we can do online, and we can go over your specific requirements. Now, also on the call today, we've got some people already trialing Workbooks, I know, so you've seen it. So excuse me if I'm going over old ground for you. Now, the audio part of this presentation is one way only. Your microphone is on mute. If you've got any questions, please type those into the questions section on your meeting control panel, and I'll do my best to answer those at the end. Also, this session is being recorded. After the presentation, you'll receive an email with a link to the recording, which you can obviously play back when you want to, and you can share with your colleagues, and we'll most likely pop it up on our YouTube channel as well. Okay, so let's get started. As I normally do, just a brief mention about my company, Wizard Systems. We are CRM specialists. All we do is CRM. We've been doing this a long time now. We've implemented well over 3,000 systems all over the UK, mainly into small and medium-sized companies, all sorts of different sorts of organizations. Now, with Workbooks, it is a cloud system, as you know. There's nothing to install. You can be up and running rapidly. And we have customers that do their own thing with Workbooks. They set it up themselves, teach themselves how to use it. There's lots of resources out there to help you if that's your approach. But we're here on hand. We're here available for you if you need us any step of the way to help you get the system set up, customized to your requirements, migrating data from an old system into Workbooks, customizing it to your requirements, integrating it with other applications, providing training. We can train you at your place. You can come to us. We're based near Bristol, or we can do it online, of course, and all the ongoing support as well. If you've got stuck or a query, you just contact our friendly, responsive help desk service here. So in working with you, what we want to try and get at is what's the objectives you're looking to achieve with Workbooks? What issues you're looking to solve? Are you replacing an older CRM system there? Have you just started up a new business and you recognize you need something to help you with business development and managing your leads? Are you wanting to improve your marketing, track sales and quotes more effectively? That's what we're going to be partially talking about today. Acquiring more customers, improving customer service. So once we know what objectives you want, maybe we can build in a little bit of a case of ROI. We can then begin to measure potentially the financial benefit of implementing a new CRM system based on Workbooks. So what is Workbooks? Well, it's a central, easy to use, very affordable way of managing all of your contacts, your leads, your prospects, your customers, your suppliers, your interactions with those people as well. There's some marketing tools in there to help you be more targeted and proactive with your communications to those people. We, unusually for a CRM system, not many other CRM systems can do this. We can create quotes. We can manage an order process. So how does your company manage billings and order process? How do you do quotes right now? This is what we're going to be talking about today. Not many other systems can do this. We can do it in Workbooks. Do you have a customer service capability in your company? If so, what are they using right now? Well, you can do that also in Workbooks. It's not only a sales and marketing solution, it can be a customer service solution as well. So all of your customer-facing people are using the same system, thereby improving teamwork and sharing of information. Now, as well as it being a great personal productivity tool, it's a great management tool as well, helps you make decisions. It is a UK system, launched a number of years ago, lots of users in the UK in all sorts of different types of companies, even public sector and non-profit organizations. They still have the same issues that private organizations have to maintain regularity of contact, keeping records of their contact supporters and so on. And Workbooks is 100% cloud. Nothing to install, as I've said. It's a UK system. All of the data is held securely in the UK with, quite frankly, a level of security that most small and medium-sized businesses could not afford on their own. And it's very reliable. Last year, we had an uptime of 100%. It's always going to be there for you. So just focusing on some of those key aspects before we dive into the demo proper. Just got a few slides just to home in and just give you a bit more information about its key capabilities. So, of course, at the heart of any CRM solution is the information about your customers, your leads, your inquiries. So we have Workbooks is a ready-made system. You can be up and running really quickly, but it can be customized. So shortly when I show the system, the screens that you see, that's pretty much what you get. If you started using Workbooks right now, you get a ready-made system, but you can tailor it. No programming required, no coding. It's so easy for you to change it and tell it what information you want to know about these people, and also deploying different security levels as well. So if there are a lot of you using Workbooks, or you have some people that shouldn't see information or change information or delete information, you can do that as well with Workbooks. Now, you're also using it to track your activities. Every day you may have calls, tasks, meetings to do with clients. They're recorded in Workbooks, so it manages your working day. It's got a task list in there. It's got a diary, a graphical calendar in there. That can be shared with Outlook or Exchange if your company uses those. So essentially you put information into the system once and it will appear in the other system. No more double entry of that activity information. But the key thing is that you're building up a wonderful history of all of the activities that you've done with that client. That can be tremendously useful, not only your activities, but your colleagues' activities as well. So seeing who did what to who and when and why and what's the next outcome or step in the process. Now, we integrate with any email system. If you use Gmail, Yahoo, Apple, whatever it is, we integrate with that. So as you send and receive your emails, they're being copied together with the attachments into the Workbook system. So you can see an email trail against that customer. Again, not only your emails, but your colleagues' emails as well. And there's a mobile app, whatever device you're using. You've got real-time access to the system or your tablet, as well as working on any browser, access from wherever you are. Now, a lot of people are getting into email marketing at the moment. This is a very strong aspect of Workbooks to assist you in that email marketing process. But before you do any marketing, you may acquire data, you go to a show, you buy in a list of potential customers. They can be easily imported into Workbooks, and the flip side of that, you can easily export the information as well. Whatever's in Workbooks, you can easily export out there. Another way of getting contacts into your system is via a form on your website. So this is an online system. We can publish, we can present lots of information in Workbooks to our customers, and that's certainly true of new inquiries. So if you've got a contact us page on your website with a simple form there, that can be managed by Workbooks. So as people fill in their details and they hit submit, that automatically becomes, well, normally it would be a lead record in the Workbook system. There's a concept of a lead in CRM or Workbooks. So this is a new inquiry. You don't know who they are. You don't know what good a fit they are to your business or your services. It comes in as a lead. And furthermore, it's going to alert you to this new inquiry as well. So the bottom line here is that every inquiry is going to be logged. Every inquiry is going to be responded to. Nothing's going to slip through the net there. Nice integration with your website. But getting back to marketing, you've got easy ways of creating lists, deciding who should receive this mailing, this communication, this promotion, this invitation to an event, whatever marketing activities you're doing there. Workbooks could assist you there. So the bottom line is, if the data's in Workbooks, you can create a list of all the people that have that bit of information in common. Now we integrate as standard with 3 very popular email marketing platforms: MailChimp, Constant Contact, or .mailer. MailChimp is probably the most popular one we integrate with. We are actually creating a 4th one, to Communicator, which will be launched early in the new year. But certainly with something like MailChimp, the list that you create, that's uploaded to MailChimp. No need to do any exporting or importing. Very, very straightforward. MailChimp will allow you to create a nice looking email. It will deliver the email to those recipients. And then importantly, with the integration, with the automatic integration, we will see back against a customer's record the emails they were sent, what did they open, what did they click on, very importantly, and observing hard bounce and the all-important opt-out information as well. So really nice integration, and we do feature that on some of our Friday presentations. All of these different aspects we just take it in turn, and certainly on marketing, that is one of our key very popular Friday presentations. So what we're here today to discuss is, how do you do quotes in your proposals? So this is a feature of Workbooks. I say many other CRM systems don't have this. They rely on some flaky integration to a quoting system maybe, but this is all integrated with Workbooks. You can create some nice looking quotations there as well. So in Workbooks you can store your price list. So if you get pricing information from a supplier, that can easily be uploaded, and you can actually store quite rich information about these products as well. Nice descriptions, lengthy descriptions, product categories, profiles, even pretty pictures as well. I mean, the quote there, the quote is obviously a tool to help your customer make a quick and easy decision about your products, about buying your products. So you don't want to have any documentation that goes to them that's confusing or unprofessional. And that's the whole idea about managing that through Workbooks. You can create some nice looking quote layouts. They're actually stored in a PDF format, so we can email them. Once you create the quote, you can email them directly from the Workbook system in a PDF format. So it's nice, small format, can't be changed, all tracked in the Workbook system as well. We do actually link to the Adobe electronic forms application, so if you do require your customers to sign quotes to authorize that, then we've got a solution there as well. And all integrated with, this is another important part of the CRM system. How do you manage your opportunities, your inquiries, your jobs? You can call them whatever language you want to in Workbooks. The standard terminology is an opportunity. So these quotes that you're doing, they build up the opportunity, so we can see the value of it and what type of opportunity is it. And as I say, this is a key part of any CRM solution, to track potential revenue coming into your organization as regards what's the nature of these sales and what's their values and their probabilities and when are they going to come in and what's the name of the salesperson. All of this can be reported on. Now there is an option for then thinking about the business process, well, thinking about the sales process. You get the order, converting the quote to an order and or an invoice. So there's 2 editions of Workbooks. There's CRM edition and there's business edition. So when you sign up for Workbooks proper, you've got those 2 choices. CRM edition does everything that I've described so far, all of the normal CRM things you'd expect, up to and including the ability to create a sales quotation. Now, business edition the other option you've got, does all of the above plus the ability to create orders and invoices. It is priced slightly higher than CRM Edition. I'll cover pricing at the end. And you can mix and match these two editions. So if, for example, you were 5 users in total, you could have 3 people on the standard, in inverted commas, CRM edition and 2 people on business. You can mix and match these two editions if those CRM users don't need to see or create orders and invoices. So if you think about it now, with Workbooks, we've got the holy grail of a business solution for your company. One solution to track everything from a customer journey point of view, from getting the initial lead, working through qualification and negotiations with that potential client or opportunity, creating a sales quotation, getting your order. We can also create purchase orders to suppliers. You're then delivering or fulfilling the product. You're then invoicing the client. And then the whole story starts again. You're building up those campaigns based on that information to get extra repeat business potentially from that client. So brief mention about customer service. If you've got any customer service people in your company, they too can be using Workbooks to track their service activity. It's like another dimension to Workbooks, another screen, again very customizable, where they can track their support activity. And it's tracked as what we call as a case. So an issue or a problem or a complaint is called a case or a ticket in Workbooks. As I say, all very customizable. You can apply deadlines as well. So in your company, if you have service level agreements, SLAs, if you commit to your customer that you've got to respond to a problem within, say, 2 working hours, that rule can be put into Workbooks, and then it's going to monitor things going forwards and advise you of any breach of that SLA that SLA situation. So you can keep a nice history of these issues and spot trends, build up a knowledge base of typical solutions there based on those problems. Right, last slide before we dive into the demo proper. So putting your manager's hat on here, we've got a great tool for managing what's going on. Basically, if you can measure something, you can manage situations. And that's very true of a proper CRM solution like Workbook. So managing activity levels. So answers to questions like, how many leads did we get last month? What's happened to them? Who's dealing with them? What are they interested in? How many calls did we do? How many client visits did we do? Your company may be monitoring this sort of information right now, and this is all pretty standard stuff in Workbooks. Of course, a key part to it is managing your opportunities. So what sales are due in next month, next quarter, and what sales are they, and name of the salesperson, and so on. Now we have a report writer in Workbooks. There's about 50 or so reports ready to get you started. You can create dashboards as well. So 2 tools in there, reports and dashboards, to help you make decisions, to show you what's working well, what isn't working so well in the system. Right, enough of the slides then. Let's go into Workbooks proper. So here is Workbooks. I'm showing it to you this morning in Chrome. It will work in any browser. It'll work on your smartphone and tablet as well. But I've just logged in, and what you can see here, you recognize this. It looks like your Windows desktop. Do you see? With the Start button down in your bottom left-hand corner there, and a Google-like search box to the right of that. You can type in someone's name, the name of a quote. It will find it for you wherever it is in the system. But from that Start button, we have a Start menu here, and depending on who you are, you may see more or less options. I'm logged in as an administrator here this morning, so I can show you potentially anything here. But right at the top, we've got people, accessing all of the people, information about all the people and organizations in your system, the contacts and companies that you work with. So if I select one of those, for example, organizations, up pops an organization's landing page, a bit like an Excel spreadsheet showing me, summarizing row by row, all of the companies that I've got records of. And you can decide what columns you see, and you can actually create groups of companies that have something in common as well. That's the whole idea behind this little view section here, do you see, where I can easily access all of my customers. Just click on that. There's all of my clients there. Maybe I want to see all of my suppliers. It's very fast. It's a really fast system. So all organizations. And if we dive into a client in a bit more detail, so here we are. Imagine we've got a customer called Atlantic Computer Services. Up pops a new window with some tabs there running across the top. You can have more tabs or less tabs. Initially we're on the main tab, the main information about this company. Now this is standard workbooks. If you started using it right now, forgive me, those people on the trial, you'll know this already. This is standard workbooks, all the contact details of that company, who are they, where are they, the contact details. But you can customize this as well, so you can actually create extra fields of information that you can search on, you can report on, you can base your mailing campaigns on, and so on. If I just point out some of the main tabs for you, so we've got some general notes, any background notes or files, any documents relating to this customer can be displayed, can be recorded there. Activities is the important one. So show me all of the phone calls and meetings and tasks on the go right now. Summarized here, row by row. Again, you can decide what columns you see. And you can obviously click on those to zoom in and see them in more detail. You can create new reminders here very easily. So if I want to remind of a phone call here, it's very easy to pop that information in. So I want to remind her to chase a quote. Who's going to do it? Well, my colleague Alison is going to make that phone call. When's she going to do it? Next week on Tuesday. Save and close. Job done. That will appear in her activity list, and if you're using the Outlook integration, it could ping over into Outlook as well. Emails, whatever email system you're using, will be visible here to go with the attachments. Who are all the people in that company? It may not be just one person, might be lots of different people, so this is where you can get more information about them. You can click on their record, zoom into Alan here, and this now is a record of Alan, similar to the window we had of the company he works for. We've got those tabs running across the top there. Again, you can have more tabs or less tabs. Initially, we're on the main tab. Show me the main information about Alan. Who is he? Where is he? What does he do? Email address, contact information, even diving into things like LinkedIn and Twitter, bringing in information from other applications to see what's going on there. Right, going back to the company record here. So we've got people, organizations, opportunities. Show me right now all of the opportunities on the go with this client. So there's 3 on the go right now. We can click into one of these. And now this is a record of an opportunity. Pretty standard stuff in workbooks. This is what you get when you start tracking your opportunities, but you can customize all of this, change the labels, introduce your own fields, and again, in a consistent way, we've got those tabs running across the top there, showing you information, more detailed information specific to this opportunity. Let me just close down that opportunity there. I'll come back to transactions in a minute. Cases are the support issues. If you want to use it for support, all of the individual complaints or issues that we've got on the go with that client. And marketing campaigns, we can use this for marketing, so any events or lists that this person is on, or marketing activities, we can see there what they've been invited to maybe and the status on that particular activity. Right, transactions. So this is a bit of a departure from what other CRM systems give you, the ability here to see all of the financial transactions with this client. So your quotes, your orders, your invoices, credit notes, POs to suppliers. They're all listed there, summarized there, row by row, and you can decide what columns you see in this summary view, and you can click on any of these rows to zoom in and see what the quote or order was all about. Now there's many areas that you can create a new quotation from. So let's imagine we want to create a new quote for this customer. Well, option number one is from here. We can create a new customer quotation. In fact, you can have different types of quotations as well. If you have short quotes, long quotes, proposals, then that can be managed there. Right, next step. What is the quotation name? Whatever it might be. And we've got some basic information about this quote. This can all be customized, but obviously it's linked automatically to this customer. So we're actually creating here what we call a draft quote. We're just adding a bit more information to it before it becomes a proper quote and we can actually send it to the client. Now, what are we quoting for this customer? So lower down in the bottom half of the screen, we can now add in the products and services that are on this particular quotation. So these can be selected from Workbook's own product list. You can import your details into this, so users can now select these products from that drop-down list there, and obviously here you can decide what columns you see. This is all very customizable, but what's the quantities that you're supplying, and the price, and the VAT rate, and so on, and colors, and whatever it is you want to define that. So you can select them from this drop-down list here, and also you have the ability for typing in your own on-the-fly ad hoc products and services as well. Right, so we save this draft quote, just confirm yes, and we're now ready to generate the quote proper. Notice this quote has been given a number. We see it in the top title bar of this window, and also its reference there. So this is quote number 38, and we can now generate the quote. Now you can actually reference and launch different templates, different quote templates. So in your company, if you've got different quotation styles, they can be managed here, and you can create some quite nice, pretty looking quotes as well. So here's an example of a quote. But this can be customized to your requirements. Now that quote can then be sent via email, so no need to dive into something else and find the quote, attach it to it, and then think about what are you going to write to that customer. That can all be automated to help you save time and to make sure that everyone's quote has the same look and feel. So the system will automatically attach the quote to an email, will fill in the text for you automatically as well, and sent directly from the system. So a great way of tracking those quotes there, visible wherever you see that transactions tab in Workbooks. That's going to show you all of the quotes for that particular customer. And then if you want to show me all of the quotes on the go right now, well, there's a few areas where this can be accessed, but one area, of course, is in the sales section here, and this is where you can see not only your opportunities, but also the individual quotes that might have built up those opportunities. So I can click here, customer quotations, and see my quotations landing page, just like we saw a list of all of our organizations earlier on. This is showing me a list of all of the quotations on the go right now, and you can decide what columns you see, and you can put them into different groups, and you can export this, create reports on it, dashboards on it. It's all available to you there to see all of the quotes on the go. In fact, right down the bottom there, I can see there's 3 pages of quotes that we've done, and you can sort those columns in any order. You can group and sort by those fields as well, those columns as well. So I could say group and sort by the status of these quotes. So I can then see, if I go back to the beginning, I can then see, well, these are all the draft quotes, these are the quotes that are posted. I can see the status of those quotes at a glance. So that's a quick run through an overview of the interface, the general look and feel of Workbooks, and specifically how it can do sales quotations. What I'd like to do now is just cover pricing of Workbooks. So here are the two editions, CRM and Business. CRM is 228 per user per year, plus VAT. Now, Business Edition, remember that does all of what CRM does, plus the ability to create orders and invoices. That's priced slightly higher at 504 per user per year. And there are some add-on options. So, for example, the Outlook integration, the ability to have more options on the integration of your Outlook emails, and the ability to share your Outlook tasks, calendar, and contacts in a bi-directional way. That's an extra £48 per user that wants it per year. Now, once we know your requirements, we can confirm all this pricing for you via a quote. But remember, what help do you need in getting this up and running? So we can provide training and setup help by the hour or by the day, or we can do the whole job for you if you lack the resources or time. Once we know your requirements, we can give you a quote for doing the whole job, as I say, for you, as the setup of the system, importing data, customizing it to your requirements, training your users at whatever level or job role they have. We can do everything, but once we know what actual requirements you've got there. Right, so it's that time of the session. As I say, this call is only about half an hour or so. If you've got any questions, please type those into the questions section on your meeting control panel. Okay, first question from Norman. We use Xero for accounts. Can it link with that? Yes, it can, Norman. For the purpose of sharing these transactions and contact information in a bi-directional way. It's actually done through a third-party link called Zapier, Zapier.com, Z-A-P-I-E-R.com, Zapier.com. And that Zapier.com is a very popular cloud-based tool that allows you to link to many other Workbooks to many other hundreds of other applications. Certainly Xero is one of those. So hopefully that answers your question. Next question from Ron. How do you change the logo? If that's the logo on the quote, that's done in the configuration section of Workbooks, Ron. So if you've got your logo already, a JPEG or suitable image file, that's easily uploaded. Yeah, so things like that, like terms and conditions and your contact details, your VAT number, that's all done in the configuration section of Workbooks. Okay, I don't think there's any more questions coming through there, so thanks both of you. Oh, another question from Julian. Can the quotes be merged into Word? No, Julian. It uses its own format. As I say, we do use a sort of PDF type format. So Julian, no. The interests of automation, it has its own sort of quote format. So no, but you can, there's nothing stopping you exporting certain information out to Word or Excel. But essentially in the system, no, it uses its own format, so not a standard to Word. Right, I don't think there's any more questions coming through this. I'd just like to thank everyone for your time this morning and those questions. Just to repeat, if you need a more detailed presentation, let me know. We can set it up for you. Of course, there's a trial of the system. There's a free 30-day trial. Go to workbooks.com to sign up, or just let me know. I'll set it up for you. No credit card required, and that trial can be converted into your live version as well when you decide to, hopefully when you decide to go ahead. So thanks very much all of you for attending and your interest in Workbooks, and hope to speak to you soon. And watch out for the link to the recording. Thanks very much indeed.